hello, guys. We are back again for another segment of Archaeology with the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. We have our friend Miss Alyssa here, who is a historian, and she is going to show us how to make a wax seal stamp today. So I'll go ahead and let her take over.
Hi. Like Ms. Raven said, I'm Alyssa from the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. I'm a historian with the Heritage Trust Program. And today we'll be making a wax seal stamp out of clay. So I'll also share eventually with you the meaning behind wax colors when you're making when you're sealing your wax. So wax seals were used to not only just like close up your letter because they didn't have that gross envelope glue that you have to lick now or just peel off. But you had to close your envelope somehow, or your letter, and you would use wax. You can use, and you could show people who it was coming from. So you can put a family crest on it, or maybe your initials, like my example here, or you could also show like who you're sending it to. Some people would have like a special imprint or seal for their friends. So if I were sending one to Miss Raven, I'd maybe have like, I don't know, a rabbit or something. Like, now everyone knows who I'm sending it to. And also the colors meant something. So if you have blue, well, here, I'll show my screen now. Does it make more sense? But also different shades of those colors meant different things. Like it varied in like how you felt about that person or what was happening. And so everyone would know who was seeing the letter pass through. Something happened or something's going to happen. Oh, maybe there's an engagement about to happen. And that made it really easy for people to know what's happening. Can you see this?
Yes.
Cool. So red is for formal or business correspondence. Black means mourning or death or bad tidings. So you use that if you're like announcing like a funeral or something or someone's death. Here, the shade of blue means romance and passion, and the richer the blue used, the stronger the feelings. So light blue, just a little passionate. Blue, really in love. Green means casual or friendly, and it just goes on and on. And then we have the types of seal used. So you can have your family crest or sigil, and that would be used for like business, a monogram, also personal or business or casual correspondence. And then motto seals. So that would be like a novelty seal. That would be like something you use for special occasions, probably. Like with really close friends. But also be like a really cool thing you wouldn't buy very often. All right, so now we can start making the seal. Oh, but also I was talking about wax seals with someone else, and it was easier to tell if someone had opened your mail with a wax seal. It's really difficult to pry it apart. Like now you can just kind of like steam it open.
Right.
But it was harder to steam those open.
Right.
Make a bit of a mess. You have to be very careful. And you're like, oh, someone went through my mail. Someone knows the secret that I was talking about. All right. So now we're ready to start making our seal. So get a little bit of your clay. And it works best if you make a very small seal, if you're going to actually use these for wax seals. But if you're just going to make like a big stamp, it doesn't matter what size. So I'm going to make a small one this time because I already made this really large one.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
So, yeah. And what we're going to do, we're going to make at least a couple to show you different styles. So I'm going to make a circle, and then I'm going to flatten it out a little bit. So it doesn't need to be perfect.
Okay.
And you'll want and you'll want the front to be a little smooth. You don't want any cracks or anything in it, or your fingerprints, your palm prints. So you'll just rub your finger across it, or your popsicle stick would also work.
Kind of flatten it on the table, that side gets pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Like that.
And so once you have it around the size you want, nice and smooth, then we can start making our imprints. So if you have your special item that you want to make an impression of, you can do that now, and you can just press it into your piece of clay. So right now I have this spoon, this pretty design of a flower, and I think I'll press that along the edges.
I'm going to use a key around the edges.
And you have to make it kind of deep, so that didn't really work because it's not that deep of an impression. But you want to make it really deep so you can actually see it once you put clay on it. Or not clay on it, but once you put ink or wax or paint or chalk on it. Maybe borrow your foot. I can make an imprint of your toe. I'm going to borrow my dog's foot for a second.
Okay.
Try and make an imprint of his foot or his toe, maybe just a toe. He is very large. Okay, so he wasn't having that.
Uh-oh.
So we have we just have a couple of flaws.
Okay.
And on the other side, I did some more little flower things.
Okay.
And you used a key for yours?
I see. Do they need to be deeper?
Oh no, that's good. That's deep enough. So then you can make your inside design or your imprint. So what we're making today would be more like the novelty style.
Gotcha.
Seals. So I made a fake paw print.
Oh, cute. I did a heart.
That's cute. That's a good one. I think it should be deep enough. And just to show you what it looks like on a piece of paper with your wax seal stamp, I'm going to paint on this one. Probably won't paint on this one, it's still wet, but I'll show you with this one. And this also works with chalk. So if you don't have any paint or wax, so you can use like a crayon or something and melt down a crayon, but you might not want to do that. They also sell envelope sealing wax for this. So that's what it looks like with a little bit of paint. Yeah. So that's why you need to make it really deep so you won't get paint. Paint won't transfer over.
Around the design, you don't like paint in the grooves.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can, because I got paint in the groove, but if it's deep enough, it won't show up on the paper.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah. So what you have to remember is whatever you make the imprint of, that will be blank.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. But if you use wax, then that part will be raised. Yeah. It just depends on what you want it to look like. I feel like this kind of looks piratey.
It is.
So. Yeah. So if you have that, it's ready. And then if you're using the clay, it dries up really quickly and just is absorbed by the clay really quickly. So basically almost as soon as you transfer that paint over, it'll dry up and you can use a different color probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I only have red right now, but so that's all I have to share today. Maybe in the comments, or you put this on YouTube, but
yeah, but they post it, so
mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you comment and your stuff is dry and you use it with paint or something, you should put a picture in the comments, and once this is dry, I'll put whatever happens with this in the comments too.
Ooh. Yeah. I'll do the same with my heart.
Yeah, you should. Awesome. All right, well, thank you for inviting me to talk about wax seal stamps today. Yeah. And I hope you had fun.
All right, always a pleasure. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.